Hi, I'm Ranjeeth Rathod. I'm the Managing Director of DRA Homes for the Chennai operation. DRA Homes is into development of real estate, predominantly residential apartments and row houses. Yeah, so basically it started with the OMR journey when we first read about the OMR Expressway, which was announced during I think 2004. We thought this could be the next boom area of real estate. I've been traveling quite often to Bangalore between 98 to 2004. And I saw Bangalore mushrooming with a lot of IT development and residential development because of IT. And when they announced this IT expressway, we thought why not Chennai also might explode similar to Bangalore. So we started looking out for some land. And once we identified the land, then the opportunities fell in place, L&T came, and then life rolled by. Obviously, things have changed quite a bit since the time we started. We started way back in 2005. And that was the initial phase of the boom. The boom went on till 2012 with some minor blip in 2008. Otherwise, the going was great. And then after 2012, it's a cycle. Real estate is a cycle. So, but the downturn in the market from 2012, or I would say 2013, until 2018. Is a time when the strong and the more professional ones survive, and we are glad we are still surviving, and we have learnt a lot during this 5 years. I mean, we can't take anything for granted. There is no more appreciation in your prices, so you have to manage your cash flows, you have to manage your costs. You have to be very, very calculative on your decision making, choosing right location, right designing of product. All this were taught in the last 5 years. So if you ask me, how is the market today? Much more mature than what it was in 2006 and 7. 6 and 7, anything and everything could sell. Today, only the good product, good locations, good builders, good brand positioning sells. So DRA is basically a partnership between me and my father-in-law, so it's a family-owned concern. We are all family members. We don't have any external investors. We started this with an objective to grow the operational arm in Chennai. We chose Chennai because we believe that in Chennai we could probably reach to the top 3 or 4 more quickly than in any other city. We have played out our brand strategy properly. We are in the mid segment. We are predominantly into residential. 80% we are doing residential. We have some commercial, and we are one of the first guys who have forayed into co-living PG homes as well. So in Chennai, we are the first guys to have entered that market, and we own quite a lot of beds in Chennai for co-living. Apart from that, our core, if you ask, brand positioning is, we are the first guys who have put up a construction timeline meter outside every project. Our motto is on time every time, and that's our brand positioning also. So we have a construction timeline meter which has a countdown meter. It shows you how many days, how many hours, how many minutes, how many seconds left to finish your project, which every day you can go to the site or our website, either way, and check. You will know the actual progress and how many days left for the completion of the project. So this is a unique thing we have started in Chennai. With ethos, with the right team, with the right segment, I think DRA is well positioned for a next phase of growth. So on time every time. We have never delayed even one single day. In fact, we have chosen to beat our own timelines. All our projects, we would have done over a couple of million square feet. Not even one customer can write any post on any social media saying that we delayed by one day. I don't think so any other developer in Chennai can be proud of that fact. Customer confidence in terms of delivery, I would say maybe out of humility that we are the best. Yeah. Contingencies are there. We had real estate is one sector which is dealing with a very volatile ecosystem. We have the government approvals, clearances, completion certificate, fire license, building license, PWD, NOC, n number of compliances. Then you have the banking ecosystem. Then finally the project has to sell, satisfying the customers. These are retail customers. You're putting their hard-earned money, maybe lifelong saving. So satisfying them, and then you have natural factors. But what we have learned is, if you have a right process and a right proactiveness in each of your departments, sometimes kind of planning ahead of circumstances. So when it comes to October, we are geared up for monsoon. Work will not stop. When it comes to completion certificate, we know when our project will get over. We start 6 months in advance. Transformer yard, we start 1 year in advance. We know that electricity board will take 1 year. So this is kind of a planning which goes into a project, and that's why we have been quite successful in handing over on time. So another one thing which we are proud of, and it is again unique to DRA. We are the only company measuring customer delight. So we have a customer delight meter, and that is not done by DRA, that is done by a third party. They reach out to all our customers during the different phases of the journey. At the time of booking, 3 months after booking, 9 months after booking, at the time of handing over, and they put a cumulative score to the feedback on a percentage basis. I have over 1,000 customers, and we are at 84% approval rate. Yeah. And this is not done by me. This is done by a third party by the name CloudCherry, which does for Kotak Bank, which does for Qatar Airlines, and they have given us 84%, which is as high as any hospitality industry. My role in DRA is not nitty-gritties. I think having a good team is very, very important, and trusting your team to execute is also equally important. My role is to give a vision to the organization and give a larger purpose to the organization. Yes, top line numbers are very important, bottom line important, IRR is important. All that is my responsibility towards my shareholders. But we want to make an impact in Chennai, and that's where the vision comes. So my role would be to take my team, my company towards that impact phase, to that inflection point where it doesn't really matter after that who comes. It should keep growing. And that would be, I would say, the inflection point I would like to see. Predominantly, I would say regulatory challenges, government licensing, and then negative sentiment right now. Yeah, market, real estate is going through a negative sentiment. Apart from that, it's a process-driven business. If you have the right people, right process in your organization, if you can manage your cash flows properly, I don't see any other big challenge. Family is great support. I mean, amazing. Without family support, I don't think so we would have been here. A very kind, loving wife, very adorable children, very supportive and well-guiding parents, friends. How can I forget? I mean, they have been of great comfort. They have been like a, they are people who don't even bother. They tell openly on your face, right or wrong. At least not the kind of people I meet who always say you're best, you're best. So they are there. Then I've joined few organizations to learn. One being entrepreneur organization, EO, where I have buddies from different industries who are again well accomplished. So they become like my independent board members. So when I sound any idea or strategy or plan to them, they give us very, very independent perspective, very different perspectives, which we wouldn't have thought about. So that way, quite blessed. So I like traveling. Yeah, I travel once in 2 months. I'm off. Yeah, it's either with friends or with family. So love traveling. So make sure that visit 5-6 new countries every year. Tbilisi, nice place, beautiful place. I'm off to China in the next 2 weeks, and after that I'm going to Israel. So these are the countries which I have. People who have made an impact, those are the characters whom I like the most. People who have defied the odds, people who have not followed the conventional theories, taken great amount of risk in life. There are many. I mean, every field if you take, you'll find a politician, a sports person, a businessman. But these are the only people who I look up to. If you take sports for example, everybody looks up to MSD Dhoni. Different character, very cool, leadership quality at its best. So I can't think of any other cricketer now, just him. So in terms of politics, I would say I used to love Barack Obama. No, he's not the president, but I found him a very composed, very different man than the rest. So similarly, if you take businessmen, if you have to take our industry, there's this embassy group in Bangalore. There's this Jitu Virvani. So I found him very dynamic. His risk appetite, the way he started business all by himself, and the way he has taken. He's by far the largest commercial asset holder in the country, more than DLF. So these are certain people you look up to impress. It could be on the family side also. There are many people who chose that path and they've made an impact on charity. So people who make an impact are the people whom I like. I don't know how dynamic I am, but one thing I always believe that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to have a risk appetite. You just cannot say everything I want safe, everything should be secured, but still I want to grow. That's just not possible. If you have that mindset, please do not get into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is all about following your passion, thinking about it day in and day out, dying with your passion, I would say, not only living with your passion, dying with your passion, and just give it all in. When I say all in, it means all in.